Hello students, welcome back the another video section of data communication and computer network. On our previous video sections, we will learn about the unit 1 as well as unit 2 topics. The topics were covered during that video sections are computer network and its use, different types of topologies, communication mediums, multiplexing in computer network and its types. The most important multiplexing technique is basically called TDM, that is time divisional multiplexing, and as well as time divisional multiple access. And the last session of unit 1, that is token passing system, that having priority and non-priority systems. On the second unit, we will discuss about the different network layers, or that is called the layer protocol concepts, it including the OSI model and the communication between the layers. And the next section is all about the pooling and selection protocol, bit and byte oriented protocols, and the most important topic in the unit 2, that is called SDLC, that is high level data link control, and how the SDLC were implemented, that also we learn about in the previous sections. Today's section is all about local area network, that is, as you know, that LAN, and as well as what are the different type of LANs, that is baseband and broadband of LAN we are normally discussing in this current section. So first of all, as you know that local area network is nothing, it is the smallest or the small network which is normally related with more than one computers are interconnected each other. So अगर हम लोग कोई ऑफिस में काम कर रहे हैं या जैसे कि स्कूल या कॉलेज में पढ़ रहे हैं, so we normally have this type of networks. There we can share our hardware and as well as software resources within a premises as well as inside the campus. So as you know that local area network is the smallest network in the network family. So it is a collection of devices connected together in one physical location such as building, office and as well as home. So अगर हम लोग कोई भी ऑफिस में छोटा सा ऑफिस या जैसे कि स्टैंडर्ड ऑफिस में काम कर रहे हैं, तो अगर हम लोग का जो ऑफिशियली जो डेटा है, एक डिपार्टमेंट का डेटा दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट अगर हम लोग सेंड या रिसीव करना चाहते हैं या शेयरिंग करना चाहते हैं, ड्यूरिंग दैट पर्टिकुलर पर्पस वी मस्ट रिक्वायर्ड a network, and local area network can fulfill all the basic requirements of private data because it is basically related with a private network, a particular personal network which is related to or which is normally like having the subsequent office or organization or as well as the home. So a LAN can be small or large according to its geographical area, ranging from a home network that may connect few computers with one user to an enterprise network with thousands of users and devices in an office or school. So अगर हम लोग एक particularly LAN को ऑफिस में या घर में या जैसे होम में हम लोग इंस्टॉल कर रहे हैं, तो घर में हम लोग का बेसिकली few systems like 5 to 10 systems are interconnected with each other, or it may be one or two or more systems are interconnected with each other, through which we can share our particular personal data from one system to another system in a particular security region. अगर हम लोग एक ऑफिस में है, तो एज यू नो दैट एंड वन ऑफिस हैविंग मोर देन वन डिपार्टमेंट, एक से अधिक डिपार्टमेंट होता है, हर एक डिपार्टमेंट का डेटा अगर हम लोग मैनुअली हैंडल करेंगे तो इट इज क्वाइट डिफिकल्ट, और इट इज एक्चुअली एज यू आई एम सेइंग दैट इट इज बेसिकली टाइम कंज्यूमिंग. अगर एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन में मान लो जैसे 3 डिपार्टमेंट है, डिपार्टमेंट ए, डिपार्टमेंट बी एंड डिपार्टमेंट सी. If a department like B wants certain information or certain data from department A, so it can connect the systems which is situated or located in the department A and as well as department B, through which they can share their information or their data from one system to another system. And your local area network also contain several hardwares like you can say the printers and scanners and so on so thing, through which we can actually share our document or print our document from one particularly system to another system easily. So that's why a LAN can be small or large, is varies because normally it depends upon its geographical area. So basically a LAN is normally consisting of more than one systems, like few systems to some thousands of systems in a single particularly premises or single particularly building, or you can say a single campus. And local area network connects the computer hardware in a localized area such as an office or as well as home. So we can share also like softwares and as well as hardware. So some of the hardwares, as I say earlier, like printers, scanners, all the subsequent particularly hardware devices can sharing easily. जैसे कि यहाँ पे एक छोटा सा एग्जांपल है, अगर मेरे पास एक कंप्यूटर है और एक प्रिंटर है, सो आई कैन एक्चुअली कनेक्ट द प्रिंटर टू द इंडिविजुअल लाइक कंप्यूटर. अगर मेरे पास और एक कंप्यूटर में ला रहा हूं, तो अगर उस पर्टिकुलरली प्रिंटर को मैं दूसरे सिस्टम में कनेक्ट करूंगा इंडिविजुअली, सो इट कैन शेयर द सब्सिक्वेंस पर्टिकुलरली कंटेंट्स ऑफ, और यू कैन से प्रिंट द सब्सिक्वेंस कंटेंट्स ऑफ द इंडिविजुअल कंप्यूटर. सो अगर मैं दो कंप्यूटर को अगर लैन या लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क में या नेटवर्क में कनेक्ट कर दूंगा, तो उस केस में आपका जो प्रिंटर होगा वो आपका बेसिकली लाइक नेटवर्क प्रिंटर हो जाएगा, क्योंकि मोर देन वन पर्टिकुलर सिस्टम कैन सेंड इट डाटा और कैन शेयर इट्स डाटा थ्रू द इंडिविजुअल प्रिंटर. सो पहले जो इंडिविजुअल आपका सिस्टम और इंडिविजुअल प्रिंटर था वो लोकल प्रिंटर के हिसाब से काम कर रहा था. अगर आपका वही प्रिंटर अगर नेटवर्क के साथ एसोसिएट हो गया या जुड़ गया या कनेक्ट हो गया, सो आपका वो बेसिकली सर्वर या जैसे कि नेटवर्क प्रिंटर की तरह काम करेगा. सो मोर देन वन पर्टिकुलरली कंप्यूटर कैन बी शेयर बाय and a single particularly printer can be shared by more than one particularly computer. So typically LANs use wired connections to link the computer to each other and to a variety of peripheral devices such as printers. So basically it is wire or wireless, it depend upon the cost of the subsequent network. So that's why यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या कर रहे हैं, जैसे कि एक LAN आपका generally wired connection होता है to link computers with each other, and as well as it normally connect more than one peripherals like printers, scanners and so on so thing. So the next particular slide says that a LAN consists of cables, access points, switches, routers and other components that enable devices to connect to internal servers, web servers and other LANs via wide area network. So there are basically two types of network there. That is, one thing is called the larger network, that is called wide area network, and the next one is called the smallest network, that is called the local area network. So अगर हम लोग एक LAN नॉर्मली LAN को कनेक्ट करें या एक LAN एनवायरमेंट में है, तो वहां पे मोर देन वन एक्सेस पॉइंट्स होगा, स्विचेस होगा, राउटर्स होगा, and these are the basically you can say the internet the networking interface devices which are normally connected with a subsequent network to like communicate or to share the subsequent information from one point to another point. So यहाँ पे हम लोग इंटरनल सर्वर में काम कर सकते हैं, जैसे कि लोकल सर्वर में काम कर सकते हैं, जैसे वेब सर्वर में काम कर सकते हैं, या अदर पर्टिकुलरली एक नेटवर्क से दूसरे नेटवर्क को हम लोग कम्युनिकेट कर सकते हैं थ्रू इंटरनेट. सो आपका वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क का इंप्लीमेंटेशन भी यहाँ पे हो सकता है. तो लैन को आपको वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क के साथ कनेक्ट करना होगा. जैसे कि एक एग्जांपल यहाँ पे मेंशन हुआ है, in an office with multiple departments such as accounting, IT support and administration, so and so. Each department's computer could be logically connected to a same switch but segmented to behave as they are separate. So हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में जो आपका कनेक्टिविटी होगा या कनेक्शंस होगा, तो वहां पे आपका वो लॉजिकली कनेक्टेड होगा क्योंकि वो फिजिकली कनेक्टेड नहीं होगा. सो हर एक डिपार्टमेंट में डिफरेंट स्विचेस होगा, तो हर एक स्विच के साथ दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट का नॉर्मली जो पर्टिकुलरली केबल होगा या जो आपका कनेक्टिविटी होगा उसके साथ वो जुड़ जाएगा. तो बेसिकली हम लोग लाइक लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क में रह के हम लोग वाइड एरिया नेटवर्क या जैसे कि वेब सर्वर को भी कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं. Next particular thing says that LANs are typically confined within a small area. It is basically usually one building, but that is not the form requirement. So basically हम लोग का जो local area network होता है वो maximum to maximum few kilometer के radius में होता है. So it depends upon what type of technology or what type of component or what type of interface elements are being utilized in the subsequent network. That area might be your home or small business and it could contain just a few devices. So minimum devices का use करके यहाँ पे हम लोग एक छोटा सा नेटवर्क को डिजाइन या डेवलप कर सकते हैं. So it might also be a larger area like an entire office building that contain hundreds or thousands of devices. So it can start from a small particular geographical area or small particularly area to a larger area. So the maximum particular the geographical area for a local area network is basically some few kilometers or few kilometers. But regardless of the size and particularly the single defining characteristics of LAN is that it connect devices that are a single limited area. So all the devices, it may be a small particularly house to a big building or to particularly a campus, it can connect in a single particularly like interface or single particularly like system, and as well as it having certain limitations. So it having the limited area. So that's why you may not actually go across or you can say beyond the subsequent particularly limited area. So the LAN characteristics, these are the major characteristics of the LAN. Coverage area is generally a few kilometers, as I say earlier. Second one is using different dedicated transmission medium, we can achieve like the transmission rate from 1 megabits per second to 100 megabits per second, or it may be higher. So maximum the basic or you can say the standardized particularly like transmission rate is basically called 100 megabits per second. With the with the further particular development of LAN technology is currently being developed towards higher speed, that is something it is 155 mbps, 655 mbps, and as well as the 1000 mbps normally. So the in LAN we can run the multiple devices to share a transmission medium. So generally, as you know that network are basically utilized or basically used for sharing our data from one point to another point. So अगर हम लोग एक छोटा नेटवर्क में या बड़ा नेटवर्क में it doesn't matter. So अगर हम लोग का डेटा प्राइवेटली हम लोग को कम्युनिकेट करना है, जैसे कि मेरा जो ऑफिशियली डेटा कोई दूसरा अगर एक्सेस ना कर पाए, so for that reason we normally create a local area network through which we can share my data or my department's data to other department within the subsequent organization. So अगर हम लोग अपने particularly डेटा को सिक्योर करना चाहते हैं या जैसे कि एक ऑफिशियली डेटा एक डिपार्टमेंट से दूसरे डिपार्टमेंट को अगर हम लोग कम्युनिकेट करना चाहते हैं, ट्रांसमिट करना चाहते हैं या ट्रांसमिशन करना चाहते हैं, तो उस केस में हम लोग को लोकल एरिया नेटवर्क की ज्यादा एक्चुअली जरूरत पड़ेगा. The next particularly point says that we can use the different topology, mainly bus, ring in a particular LAN. So as you know that there are different type of topological structures there, like LAN, bus, like ring is there, like bus is there, like star topology, the number of topological structure is there. So we can basically use different topologies, like mainly bus topology in a single particular communication channel and ring topology in a ring format of concepts. The communication quality is better in LAN. The transmission error rate are low as compared to 1. So wide area network से इसका जो particularly communication quality better होता है, और जो error rate होता है, जैसे कि हम लोग communicate जब करते हैं एक particularly file को या कोई भी particularly informations को एक point से दूसरे point में, वहां पे हम लोग का सबसे important concept या important like element होता है, that is called error rate. So यहाँ पे error rate हमेशा reduce होता है as compared to the higher network, that is local that is wide area network. And it can support a variety of communication transmission mediums such as Ethernet cable. As I said earlier, Ethernet is normally one type of interface like network interface, like thin cable, thick cable, and as well as twisted pair cable, and as well as fiber and as well as wireless transmission. So number of mediums, like you can say the medias are there, like you can say twisted pair cable is there, like coaxial cable is there, optical fiber cable is there. So number of cables like wireless communication, like satellite communication is there, microwave links are there. Almost all subsequent particularly media can be widely implemented in like local area network. A LAN is usually low cost installation, expansion, and as well as maintenance, and a LAN installation is relatively simple because the LAN which is normally designed or developed for a single particularly organization. So the installation process and the cost of implementation, or you can say extend और expansion, जैसे कि आपको अगर मतलब more than one system को उसके साथ attach करना है या more than one peripheral को attach करना है, it is quite easy. It is quite actually you can say simple than the other networks like the wider area networks. And the primary attributes of this particular LAN. So the types of transmission media over which they can operate. So the different type of medium, as I say earlier, so there are different type of transmission medias there. It can be different type of transmission media over which they can operate. So एक से ज्यादा particularly जो आपका transmission media है, आपके मतलब concept के ऊपर या आपके requirement के ऊपर depend करता है, जैसे आप कौन सा particular transmission media को आप नॉर्मली इंस्टॉल करेंगे या कनेक्ट करेंगे, सो उसके ऊपर वो इजीली ऑपरेट कर सकता है. द ट्रांसपोर्ट टेक्निक दे आर यूज्ड और दे यूज टू ट्रांसमिट डेटा ओवर ए पर्टिकुलर नेटवर्क, दैट इज बेसबैंड और ब्रॉडबैंड. सो ये जो टॉपिक है हम लोग कमिंग पार्ट में देखेंगे. सो बेसिकली जो ट्रांसमिशन आपका जो होगा, जैसे कि आपका ट्रांसपोर्ट टेक्निक जो होता है, ट्रांसमिशन ऑफ डेटा होता है, वो आपका नॉर्मली टू टाइप्स ऑफ लाइक लैन का जो ऑप्शन होता है, जैसे कि एक ब्रॉडबैंड और एक बेसबैंड के ऊपर डिपेंड करता है. देन द एसएस मेथड व्हिच इज इन्वॉल्व टू इन डिटरमाइनिंग who gets to use the network and when they get to use it. So it depend कर रहा है कौन सा particularly method आप एसएस मेथड को यूज कर रहे हो. जैसे कि हम लोग का टीडीएम में कंसेप्ट यूज हुआ था, टाइम डिविजनल मल्टीप्लेक्सिंग होता है, या डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ मल्टीप्लेक्सिंग कंसेप्ट यहाँ पे वाइडली इंप्लीमेंट होगा. द टोपोलॉजी और मैपिंग ऑफ द नेटवर्क, बेसिकली दैट इज कॉल्ड द फिजिकल और लॉजिकल कनेक्शन बिटवीन द नोड्स ऑफ द सब्सिक्वेंस नेटवर्क. सो यहाँ पे कनेक्शन ओरिएंटेड एंड कनेक्शन लेस का इंप्लीमेंटेशन जो पर्टिकुलर आपका नेट प्रोटोकॉल होता है या नेटवर्किंग होता है, उसके ऊपर ये आपका नॉर्मली बेस्ड होता है. सो इट डिपेंड्स अपॉन व्हाट टाइप ऑफ टोपोलॉजिकल स्ट्रक्चर वी आर नॉर्मली इंप्लीमेंटिंग in that subsequence local area networks. Then आपका जैसे कि यहाँ पे जो implement हुआ है like broadband and as well as baseband, ये हम लोग normally next particularly slides में या next particularly video class में देखेंगे. Thank you.